90% of them, 90% of them are protesting, and the House is investigating. Say, Commissioner, tell us how. Which means that in this process, there is a collaboration between the federal and state.
Yes.
And they have domiciled in the office of the commissioner.
Yes.
Who knows?
You see, the point is, there is this saying that give a man a fish, you feed him for that day, but teach him how to fish, you feed him for life, forever. I don't know whether that parable or quotation is still relevant to Nigerian state craftsmen, you know, because it's like once they are not in power, if they are ordinary citizens, they think well, but the moment they leave that particular status of citizenship and now become super citizens by virtue of the fact that they become governors, presidents, and ministers, they throw away their thinking cap and begin to implement, you know, voodoo type of economics and welfareism on the people. You know, I subscribe to my colleague's argument, which reinforces my belief. You know that you see, when you bring out, even if it's 50 million naira, and you share it to 10 people, for instance, if you go back to those people the next 1 week, they are still coming back to beg you for money. They'll still come back and maybe they tell you that the money you gave to them was not enough. But if you set up a barbering salon for 1 or 10 people with that 50 million naira skill acquisition and whatever things, the person will always come to thank you on a daily basis to say, oh, thank you for assisting me. With you now, I am able to feed my family to a level, etc. as the case may be. I get my daily income from this place. So these are the things, the differences. So I don't know why the government will fritter away a humongous amount of money of 50 billion naira to 36 states, 774 local government areas in Nigeria, and you think that you are going to be, you know, they are going to do very well. No. Of course, we know that there's malfeasance. Look at the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, 39.1 billion naira gone under the drain. Whether it was swallowed by a snake or taken away by flood or whatever as the case may be, we don't know. But when you give them that kind of money to share, you can never, I promise you, you can never get to the real people who are suffering this.
Even the number of persons.
Politicians, yes, politicians will hijack it. I have participated in something like this. They tell me, go and bring 5 people, you know, from wherever. If I have the discretion to bring, who am I going to bring? I'll bring my friends who are not poor,
immediate family.
Yeah, immediate family. I say, once you receive 100,000, you give me 20,000. Yes. They'll quickly agree because they say it's free money, as case may be. That is what is happening here. You know, is it versus Adamu when he was Minister of Labour, you know, like under Ngige? They had the problem like that where they say they want to employ people 30,000 and they'll be paying a local government, go and bring list. People should come. The poor should come. You saw how controversial that list was. So how did they arrive at this 1,000 something, as case may be? Who are these indigent people? What modalities are YASIC they used to choose them?
170,000.
How did they get them? Are you saying that Akwa Ibom State, that is these are the only people that are poor in that state? I don't understand. They're coming to River State. You see, if Akwa Ibom can cry out, it means that River State and other states have same opportunities given to them. But in this say they hide it. It was some weeks, last year was when I discovered that the Ministry of Health or this whatever that took care of COVID-19. Do you know that grants for COVID-19 were still in bank accounts that was not spread to ameliorate sufferings of people during that period of time? Some people sit on top of it, begin to give to their friends to siphon it one way or another, as the case may be. I got one advert that said, come in, they are going to do this. I say, what? When I checked, I found out it was a federal government agency that is doing it, but through, you know, people that are those who are there working in that ministry that know how to siphon money, and they say they give you 1 million naira, then you now bring you bring 500 back, you take 500. I say, what kind of a country is this? Why don't you set up, use that money to set up, you know, look, the Nigerian man, yes, we agree that we have people who are hungry, but let me tell you, they are hardworking people. Now, what they need is an enabling environment for them to operate. I have seen some people say, oh, I wish I have a small piece of land where I can just stay and do my business of grating of cassava and the rest of them. These are the environment that they need for them to thrive and exist. Government is not looking at those things. They want to share handouts because they know that from that handouts, they are going to be making millions. Out of that 50 billion, I can assure you that not less than 10 millionaires, new millionaires, have been made who did nothing for government.
Money for the poor.
But they took that money just to distribute the money. They are millionaires already. Money for the poor. The pensions man that is working fully today in Nigeria that had 2.4 billion of pensioners funds in his kitty and control. What happened? He embezzled it. The son is facing trial. They ran to Niger Republic, as case maybe. The court now granted. You saw the kind of bail they gave to him. So these are the things we're talking about. So a lot of millionaires have been made by virtue of the fact that this 50 billion has been allocated to the whole country. None of them will tell me that they got to the poor people. That is wrong. And I believe that the Nigerian politician or those in power's conscience have been deadened. And in fact, I don't want to lay a curse on them. But I know that one day, you know, nature and divine, you know, law will catch up with them.